15 Stoic Lessons to Handle Disrespect. Stoicism. Seneca once said, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor." Disrespect is a challenge that can shake even the strongest among us, leaving us feeling diminished and powerless. Yet, within the teachings of Stoicism lies the power to rise above these affronts with dignity and strength. Today, on Stoic in Your Life, we will delve into 15 Stoic lessons that will equip you with the resilience and wisdom to handle disrespect with unwavering composure. By understanding these timeless principles, you will learn how to maintain your inner peace and transform negative encounters into opportunities for personal growth. Whether it's a passing slight or a profound insult, these teachings will empower you to remain unshaken and true to your values. Before we dive into these powerful lessons, I want to thank you for joining us on this path of enlightenment. Your commitment to self-improvement and inner tranquility is commendable, and I hope this video provides you with valuable insights and practical guidance. Let's embark on this journey together and discover how Stoicism can help us handle disrespect with grace and strength. One, grasping the origins of disrespect. Understanding the root of disrespect is a crucial lesson in our Stoic journey, as articulated by Seneca, who wisely observed, "The wise person understands that to feel insulted by insult is folly." When we encounter disrespect, it's essential to delve into its origins rather than reacting impulsively. More often than not, the negativity directed towards us stems from the inner chaos of the other person, rather than being a true reflection of our own worth. In the myriad interactions we engage in daily, particularly those involving service roles, it is important to recognize that the real adversaries are stress and strain, not personal deficiencies. By adopting this perspective, we can approach such situations with compassion instead of taking them as personal affronts. Picture the scenario of a customer lashing out at a service worker. The customer's harsh words are likely fueled by personal frustrations and stress rather than the worker's actions. Understanding this helps us to maintain our composure and confidence, reminding ourselves that the judgments of others are more about their internal struggles than our character. By remaining steadfast in our inherent value, we allow slights to roll off us like water off a stone, embodying the Stoic principle of detachment from external noise. This wisdom is beautifully encapsulated in Epictetus's teaching. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. When we encounter disrespect, we can choose to see it as mere noise, distinct from the symphony of our inner peace. This approach not only shields us from the harm of insults, but also reinforces our tranquility and self-respect. In modern life, where interactions can often be fraught with misunderstanding and stress, this Stoic approach provides a powerful tool for maintaining our equilibrium. By recognizing that disrespect often reflects the disquiet of the other person, we can remain grounded and composed, fostering a sense of compassion rather than conflict. This mindset not only protects our peace but also allows us to respond with empathy, perhaps even diffusing the tension in the situation. Thus, by understanding the root of disrespect and meeting it with Stoic wisdom, we can navigate life's challenges with greater serenity and strength, embodying the true spirit of Stoicism in our daily lives. 2. Maintaining composure in the face of disrespect. When facing disrespect, it's crucial to stay centered and undisturbed, much like the Stoic sage who remains unshaken by the turmoil around them. Epictetus's advice rings true here. Keep your cool and maintain your purpose. When someone insults or disrespects you, it's natural to feel the urge to retaliate. But instead of giving in to this impulse, take a deep breath and ground yourself in the present moment. A simple technique is to count to 10, allowing yourself a brief pause to regain composure. This pause acts as a shield, preventing you from reacting impulsively and escalating the conflict. Remember, reacting in anger might feel like a momentary victory, but it often leads to long-term consequences that are far from satisfying. By standing firm in your principles and responding with dignity, or even choosing silence, you can transform a potentially hostile situation into one of harmony. Patience and fortitude are your allies in guiding the interaction to a higher ground. Consider a scenario from modern life. You're at work, and a colleague makes a snide remark about your recent project. Your initial reaction might be to snap back, defending your efforts, but instead, you pause, breathe, and remind yourself of your purpose. By choosing not to engage in a tit-for-tat exchange, you maintain your dignity and avoid unnecessary conflict. Later, you might address the issue calmly and constructively, fostering a more respectful work environment. This approach not only helps you maintain your peace of mind, but also sets a positive example for others. How do you usually respond when faced with disrespect? Do you let your emotions take control, or do you strive to remain calm and composed? Reflecting on your typical reactions can be a valuable exercise in self-awareness and personal growth. The next time you encounter a similar situation, challenge yourself to respond differently, with patience, dignity, and a sense of inner calm. In essence, the lesson here is to master the art of pausing. This simple yet powerful act allows you to break the cycle of reactive behavior. It empowers you to choose your response thoughtfully, aligning your actions with your values and long-term goals. By doing so, you not only handle disrespect more effectively, but also cultivate a sense of inner peace and resilience. Embracing this Stoic practice can lead to more harmonious relationships and a more fulfilling life. 3. Adopting equanimity. In the face of provocation or unfair treatment, take a moment to center yourself before responding. Consider this an examination of your Stoic virtues and resilience. Seek out the inner wisdom and fortitude to transcend the instinct for retribution. Respond with composed assertiveness, not hostility. Establish firm boundaries and safeguard your dignity without resorting to harsh words or pettiness. Propose fair adjustments in behavior, yet refrain from issuing ultimatums. Should the lack of respect continue, discern the right moment to distance yourself from the situation or the relationship, doing so with composure, not with a tempest of emotions or indirect jabs. Upholding grace and respect in the face of challenges not only reshapes the conflict, but also molds your character. Every challenging encounter is a chance to exhibit Stoic virtues of comprehension, forbearance, and bravery. Echoing the words of Seneca, a gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a person perfected without trials. Disregard loses its sway over you when met with moral strength. Inspire by setting a noble precedent. Let's delve deeper into the wisdom of Stoicism and its application in handling disrespect with equanimity, a core principle that can guide us through life's inevitable trials. When faced with disrespect, our initial impulse might be to react defensively or aggressively. However, the Stoic approach urges us to pause and reflect, to channel our emotions through the lens of reason. Remember Marcus Aurelius, one of the most revered Stoic philosophers, who advised, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." By embracing this mindset, we learn to rise above petty reactions and maintain our inner peace. Imagine someone cuts you off in traffic or speaks rudely to you. Instead of succumbing to anger or frustration, use this moment to practice equanimity. Ask yourself, what would a Stoic do? This question not only shifts your perspective but also empowers you to choose a response that aligns with your values. The Stoics teach us that our power lies in how we respond, not in controlling others. By maintaining our composure, we retain control over our actions and emotions, demonstrating true strength. Consider the ancient Stoic Epictetus, who famously said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This perspective invites us to view disrespect as an opportunity to practice resilience. Instead of letting someone's negative behavior dictate your mood, decide to stay calm and collected. This doesn't mean accepting mistreatment. Rather, it's about responding with dignity and poise. Set clear boundaries to protect yourself, but do so without anger or malice. For instance, if a colleague consistently disrespects you, calmly assert your position and request respectful interaction. If the behavior persists, consider distancing yourself from that relationship while maintaining your integrity. In practicing equanimity, we also embody the Stoic virtue of courage. It takes bravery to respond to disrespect with grace instead of aggression. Picture the courage of Cato the Younger, a Stoic who stood firmly by his principles even in the face of great personal risk. His steadfastness reminds us that true courage lies in holding on to our values, even when it's challenging. By emulating such examples, we cultivate our own strength and character. Furthermore, handling disrespect with equanimity can transform conflicts into opportunities for personal growth. Each encounter tests our ability to stay grounded and true to our principles. Reflect on how these experiences can polish our character, much like Seneca's analogy of the gem. Through these trials, we become more resilient and better equipped to face future challenges. Ask yourself, how can I use this experience to strengthen my resolve and deepen my understanding? Let's not forget the importance of empathy in this process. Often, those who disrespect us are dealing with their own struggles. By extending compassion, we not only elevate ourselves but also diffuse potential conflicts. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, whenever you are about to find fault with someone, ask yourself the following question: what fault of mine most nearly resembles the one I am about to criticize? This self-reflection can foster greater understanding and patience, reducing the likelihood of escalating the situation. Engaging with disrespect in a Stoic manner also sets a powerful example for others. When you respond with calm and dignity, you inspire those around you to do the same. It becomes a ripple effect, promoting a more respectful and considerate environment. Think of how your actions can influence your family, friends, and colleagues. How can you be a beacon of Stoic resilience in your community? Now consider how maintaining equanimity can impact your own well-being. Stress and anger take a toll on our mental and physical health. By choosing a Stoic response, we preserve our peace of mind and reduce unnecessary stress. This decision not only benefits us, but also contributes to a more harmonious life. How can you integrate this practice into your daily routine to enhance your overall well-being? As we navigate through life's challenges, remember that the goal is not to avoid difficult situations but to handle them with wisdom and grace. Every instance of disrespect is an opportunity to practice and embody the Stoic virtues. By responding with equanimity, we not only protect our dignity, but also promote a more respectful and compassionate world. Embracing equanimity when faced with disrespect is not just about maintaining our composure. It's about growing as individuals and setting a positive example for others. It's about choosing wisdom over impulse and strength over vulnerability. Reflect on these teachings, practice them daily, and observe how your life transforms. How will you apply the principles of Stoicism the next time you encounter disrespect? How will you inspire others through your Stoic responses? Let these questions guide you as you continue your journey toward becoming a resilient and composed individual, capable of handling life's challenges with grace and dignity. Thank you for joining me in this video on 15 Stoic lessons to handle disrespect. How do you typically respond to disrespect in your daily life? Have you found any Stoic principles particularly helpful in these situations? If you're not sure what to comment, feel free to share your thoughts with. I find Stoic lessons invaluable in handling disrespect because 4. Controlling what you can. Mastering what's in your power, as the Venerable Epictetus once taught us, it's not what happens to you, but how you react that matters. Disrespect can easily lead us into a spiral of frustration and helplessness, where we waste energy trying to change others or dwelling on the perceived injustice. However, the Stoic philosophy emphasizes that while others' behaviors are beyond our control, our reactions remain firmly within our grasp. When faced with disrespect, Instead of succumbing to anger or indignation, consider this an opportunity for introspection. Ask yourself, how can I navigate this situation with grace and virtue? What does this teach me about my values and character? How shall I proceed with dignity? Channel your energies into what you can influence: your actions, your mindset, and your principles. Respond with poise, advocate for yourself calmly when necessary, and manage your internal narrative with care. This approach not only aligns with Stoic ideals but also cultivates personal growth and resilience. While it is natural to desire a better situation, embrace the understanding that you cannot control others' actions, only your response to them. True tranquility, as Marcus Aurelius aptly put it, is found within yourself. Disrespect, though inherently unpleasant, presents a unique opportunity to exercise your Stoic muscles. You can choose to respond with insight and principle, maintaining your composure and inner peace, or to react out of upset and ignorance, which only fuels the cycle of negativity. The realm of control begins within, and by focusing on this, you turn every instance of disrespect into a chance for personal empowerment and growth. In modern life, disrespect can come from various sources: workplace conflicts, social interactions, or even from strangers online. The key is to internalize Stoic wisdom and apply it practically. When a colleague undermines you, instead of lashing out, take a step back and reflect on your response. What does this incident teach you about your patience, your ability to remain calm under pressure, and your commitment to upholding your values? Think of the story of Nelson Mandela, who, despite enduring years of unjust imprisonment, chose to focus on what he could control: his attitude and his actions. His response was not of bitterness, but of reconciliation and forgiveness, embodying the Stoic principle of mastering one's own reactions. This profound lesson teaches us that even in the face of the greatest disrespect, we have the power to choose our response, and in doing so, shape our destiny. Another relevant quote from Viktor Frankl, a Holocaust survivor, reinforces this notion. When we are no longer able to change a situation, we are challenged to change ourselves. This perspective aligns seamlessly with Stoic teachings, emphasizing that our power lies in our response, not in altering the external circumstances. In daily life, start small by practicing control over your reactions. When someone cuts you off in traffic, instead of reacting with anger, take a deep breath and remind yourself of the Stoic principle. This incident does not dictate your mood. Focus on the journey, not the interruption. Over time, these small practices will build a resilient mindset, allowing you to handle larger instances of disrespect with the same level-headedness. To further cement this habit, keep a journal where you reflect on moments of disrespect and your reactions to them. This practice, recommended by many Stoic philosophers, helps in gaining clarity and reinforcing the control you have over your responses. By documenting these experiences, you not only track your progress, but also deepen your understanding of your own behavior and values. Moreover, consider seeking out supportive communities or mentors who embody these principles. Engaging with others who practice Stoicism can provide encouragement and practical advice, enhancing your journey towards mastering your reactions. Remember, the goal is not to suppress your emotions, but to understand and direct them constructively. Mastering what's in your power is a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy that equips you to handle disrespect with dignity and grace. By focusing on your reactions, embracing introspection, and applying these lessons in everyday situations, you transform potential conflicts into opportunities for growth. Let the wisdom of Epictetus, Marcus Aurelius, and modern examples like Nelson Mandela and Viktor Frankl guide you in this endeavor. In doing so, you cultivate an unshakable inner peace, proving that true strength lies in self-mastery. 5. Practicing indifference to criticism. Choose not to be harmed, and you won't feel harmed. Don't feel harmed, and you haven't been. This profound wisdom from Marcus Aurelius encapsulates a pivotal Stoic lesson: the recognition that we cannot control the perceptions and reactions of others. In a world where everyone's unique experiences and perspectives shape their views, Seeking universal approval is a futile endeavor. Picture yourself navigating your daily life with kindness and expertise, yet encountering disrespect or disapproval. Understand that these reactions often stem from the critic's own issues and are not a reflection of your worth. It's crucial to differentiate between constructive criticism, which offers opportunities for growth, and comments that are merely projections of others' insecurities or biases. As the Buddha taught, both adoration and animosity are beyond our control. To bring this lesson into a modern context, consider the story of Sarah, a dedicated teacher who pours her heart into her work. Despite her efforts, she occasionally faces harsh criticism from parents and colleagues. Instead of being discouraged, Sarah applies Stoic principles, understanding that not all feedback is a reflection of her abilities. She evaluates the criticism, embracing constructive insights while disregarding unwarranted negativity. This approach allows her to maintain her inner peace and continue acting with kindness, knowing her intrinsic value isn't determined by others' opinions. As we ponder this lesson, ask yourself, how do you react to criticism? Do you allow negative feedback to disrupt your inner peace, or do you sift through it, retaining only what helps you grow? Engaging with these questions can transform your approach to criticism, enabling you to handle it with grace and resilience. This principle of indifference to criticism doesn't advocate for ignoring all feedback, but rather encourages a balanced perspective. By focusing on what you can control, your reactions and actions, you empower yourself to navigate criticism without losing your sense of self. It's about maintaining your inner equilibrium and staying true to your values, regardless of external opinions. As we move forward to Lesson 6, I want to extend my heartfelt gratitude to each of you. Thank you for lending your ears, embarking on this journey with me, and being an integral part of Stoic in your life. Your presence and engagement make this exploration enriching and fulfilling. Let us continue our quest for wisdom with Lesson 6. 6. Assessing the validity of criticism. Let's dive into the 6th Stoic lesson. Reflect on whether any of their criticism has validity. Turn your wounds into wisdom, Oprah Winfrey once advised, a sentiment that resonates deeply with the Stoic philosophy. As we journey through life, we encounter a myriad of voices, some that praise and others that criticize. It is the Stoic's task to sift through these voices with a calm and reflective mind. Imagine a moment when someone criticizes you harshly. It stings, doesn't it? But instead of reacting defensively or letting it wound your spirit, pause for a moment. Ask yourself, could there be a kernel of truth within these harsh words? Stoicism teaches us that we are all works in progress, with ample space for personal growth. When criticism comes your way, don't meet it with a shield of defensiveness. Instead, greet it with the thoughtful composure of a student eager to learn. Allow your initial emotional storm to pass and then, with a serene spirit, examine the feedback. Ask yourself, is there a lesson to be learned here? Could this critique shine a light on an area of your character in need of refinement? Reflecting on criticism in this manner is akin to holding up a mirror to your soul, revealing flaws that you might be blind to. Not all commentary will be fair or valid, of course. As Marcus Aurelius, a revered Stoic philosopher, once said, "If someone is able to show me that what I think or do is not right, I will happily change, for I seek the truth, by which no one was ever truly harmed." We must discern the difference between reflections of our own areas for growth and projections of another's inner turmoil. Consider the intentions and insight of your critic before fully embracing their words. Is this feedback coming from someone who genuinely wants to help you grow, or from someone who might be projecting their own insecurities onto you? Reflect deeply on this, because your discernment here will shape your response. And to those who offer constructive insights, even when laced with a pain, extend your gratitude. It's often said that our adversaries can reveal our faults more honestly than our allies, who may choose to spare our feelings. In every piece of feedback, there lies an opportunity for growth, a chance to cultivate virtue and strengthen character. Approach each critique with a blend of rational analysis and open-hearted willingness to evolve. This is the way of the Stoic, where even the sting of criticism can be transformed into the light of insight. Picture yourself growing stronger with each piece of criticism, like a blacksmith forging a sword, each hammer blow shaping and strengthening it. Isn't that a powerful image? Consider how much more resilient and wise you become with each piece of constructive feedback you thoughtfully consider and act upon. Ask yourself, how can I use this criticism to become a better version of myself? Can this piece of feedback help me build more patience, more wisdom, or more humility? By asking these questions, you shift your focus from the pain of criticism to the growth it can spur. Think about a time when criticism led you to a significant personal breakthrough. Wasn't it worth the initial discomfort? Furthermore, remember Epictetus's wisdom. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Your reaction to criticism is within your control. You have the power to choose a response that fosters growth rather than resentment. Embrace the feedback that helps you grow, and let go of the rest. This practice not only builds resilience, but also helps you maintain a balanced and serene mind. Now, let's consider the role of self-reflection in handling criticism. Spend some quiet time each day reflecting on the feedback you received. Meditate on it. What does it reveal about your current state of being? Are there patterns in the criticism you receive? Recognizing these patterns can provide profound insights into areas that need attention and improvement. Engaging in this practice also aligns with Seneca's advice. While we wait for life, life passes. Don't let your life pass by in a defensive stance, missing out on opportunities for growth. Embrace each critique as a step on your path to becoming your best self. Isn't it fascinating to see how ancient wisdom can seamlessly blend into our modern lives, offering timeless strategies for personal development? Moreover, how do you plan to handle criticism the next time it comes your way? Can you visualize yourself pausing, reflecting, and then responding thoughtfully? This visualization can prepare you mentally and emotionally for future encounters, making the process smoother and less daunting. Reflecting on whether any criticism has validity is a vital Stoic practice that turns potential wounds into wisdom. By calmly evaluating feedback, discerning its intent, and using it as a tool for growth, we embody the Stoic ideals of resilience and continuous self-improvement. Remember, every piece of feedback is a chance to cultivate virtue and strengthen character. So, next time criticism comes your way, embrace it with grace and use it to fuel your journey towards becoming a better, wiser you. How will you turn your next wound into wisdom? 7. Embracing forgiveness and demonstrating resilience. Imagine a world where every slight, every disrespectful act is met not with anger or resentment, but with calm and measured responses. By embracing forgiveness and embodying resilience, as Seneca profoundly noted, anger, if not restrained, is frequently more hurtful to us than the injury that provokes it. In the shared human experience, mistakes are inevitable. When wronged, the natural response is a surge of anger. However, Seneca reminds us that unrestrained anger often inflicts more harm on ourselves than the initial offense. Holding on to resentment binds you to the perpetrator, creating an invisible chain that shackles your peace of mind. Reflect on the true impact of the offense. Does it warrant your tranquility? Marcus Aurelius wisely advised, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injustice." By opting for forgiveness over retaliation, you display bravery and integrity, hallmarks of a resilient spirit. While some transgressions are severe and demand action, wisdom lies in distinguishing between what requires firm boundaries and what deserves forgiveness. For trivial matters, it's best to let go. Epictetus taught us to keep our temper in check, preventing it from ruling our lives. By choosing to forgive minor slights, you nurture your happiness and maintain inner harmony. Let kindness, patience, and clemency be your tools for mending minor disputes. Release the trivial grievances and conserve your energy for more significant battles. In today's fast-paced world, these lessons are more relevant than ever. Imagine encountering a rude colleague or an unfair boss. Instead of reacting with anger, take a step back and reflect on the bigger picture. Does their behavior truly merit your peace of mind? By forgiving and letting go, you rise above the fray, maintaining your dignity and composure. This approach not only enhances your mental well-being but also sets a powerful example for others. Consider the story of Nelson Mandela, who, after 27 years of imprisonment, chose forgiveness over bitterness. His choice transformed a nation and showed the world the profound power of forgiveness. Similarly, in our daily lives, choosing to forgive those who wrong us, even in small ways, can have a transformative effect on our relationships and personal growth. Embracing forgiveness doesn't mean allowing yourself to be a doormat. It's about discerning which battles are worth fighting and which are not. As the Stoics teach us, control what you can and accept what you cannot. This philosophy is not about passivity, but about exercising wisdom in your responses. When you encounter disrespect, ask yourself if responding with anger will improve the situation. Often, the answer is no. Moreover, embodying resilience means cultivating a mindset that can withstand life's ups and downs. It's about building mental fortitude and emotional stability. Think of the oak tree, standing firm despite the raging storm. This is the essence of resilience, remaining steadfast and grounded, no matter the external circumstances. In practical terms, start by practicing small acts of forgiveness in your daily life. When someone cuts you off in traffic, instead of reacting with road rage, take a deep breath and let it go. When a coworker takes credit for your idea, address the issue calmly and constructively, without harboring resentment. These small steps will gradually build your capacity for forgiveness and resilience. The Stoic practice of journaling can also be a powerful tool. At the end of each day, reflect on the moments when you felt disrespected and how you responded. Did you choose forgiveness? Did you maintain your composure? By regularly examining your reactions, you can identify patterns and areas for improvement. Remember, the goal is not to become emotionless, but to master your emotions. As Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." By training yourself to respond with wisdom and grace, you cultivate a resilient spirit capable of handling any disrespect that comes your way. In summary, embracing forgiveness and embodying resilience are not just lofty ideals, but practical strategies for navigating the challenges of modern life. By choosing to forgive, you free yourself from the chains of anger and resentment, maintaining your peace and integrity. By cultivating resilience, you build the mental and emotional strength to withstand life's adversities. These Stoic lessons offer a blueprint for handling disrespect with grace and wisdom, ultimately leading to a more fulfilling and harmonious life. 8. Building a supportive network. Take a good look at the people you spend your time with. If there are individuals who consistently make you feel small or disrespected, it's crucial to rethink these connections. While some relationships, like those with family, might be hard to cut off completely, you can certainly limit their impact on your life. Interact with them only when necessary and in situations where you feel safe and in control. Remember the wise words of Epictetus. The key is to keep company only with people who uplift you, whose presence calls forth your best. Focus on building relationships that honor your value and help you grow. These are the connections that genuinely enhance your life. Let me share a story. Think of Sarah, who worked in a high-pressure corporate job. Her colleagues often disrespected her ideas and undermined her efforts. Despite her attempts to be kind and understanding, she constantly felt drained and unappreciated. Sarah realized that the negativity was affecting not just her work, but her overall well-being. She decided to seek out new colleagues within her company who shared her values and supported her ambitions. Over time, Sarah cultivated a small but nurturing circle of professionals who respected her and valued her contributions. This shift not only improved her work performance, but also her mental and emotional health. This story brings us to a critical question: who in your life truly supports and uplifts you? Reflect on this and consider whether the people around you make you feel valued or drained. The relationships you maintain set a standard for how others treat you. By surrounding yourself with those who see and respect your light, you not only protect your well-being, but also attract more positive and supportive people into your life. It's important to remember that while compassion is essential, even for those who drain us, your well-being comes first. You can be compassionate without compromising your peace. Establishing boundaries is not about being unkind. It's about recognizing your worth and protecting your mental and emotional health. The standards you set in your relationships teach others how to treat you. When you bravely let go of toxic ties, you create space for more meaningful and supportive connections that resonate with your true self. Consider how you can apply this lesson in your daily life. Perhaps it's time to have a conversation with a friend who often disrespects your boundaries. Maybe it's about spending less time with a family member who constantly criticizes you. Whatever the case, prioritize your well-being and surround yourself with those who uplift and support you. By taking these steps, you'll find that your relationships become sources of strength rather than stress. You'll be able to approach life's challenges with a clearer mind and a stronger spirit. Remember, you deserve to be treated with respect and kindness. Don't settle for less. Choose to be with people who see your worth and inspire you to be your best self. Cultivating a nurturing circle is about consciously choosing relationships that enhance your life and reflect your true value. As you let go of negative ties and embrace supportive ones, you'll experience a profound shift in your overall well-being. This is not just about avoiding disrespect. It's about creating a life filled with positive, uplifting connections. So who in your life makes you feel truly valued? Reflect on this, make the necessary changes, and watch as your life transforms for the better. If you've made it this far, you're a true Stoic warrior. Drop a comment saying, "I handle disrespect with grace," to show your commitment to these powerful Stoic lessons. Stick around. The best is yet to come. 9. Avoid excessive complaining or gossiping about disrespect. When faced with disrespect, it's natural to want to vent and share our grievances. Yet, constantly gossiping or complaining can tether us to negativity. Epictetus, a renowned Stoic philosopher, wisely stated, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This quote underscores the importance of our response over the event itself. So instead of indulging in gossip or complaints, take a moment to pause and reflect. Ask yourself, do these conversations nurture my growth or do they simply spread discontent? Dwelling on disrespect only magnifies its control over you. By shifting your focus from the offense to your response, you reclaim your power. Channel your energy into positive actions and learning opportunities. Each challenge becomes a valuable chance to practice virtues like forgiveness and patience. This perspective shift is crucial in turning adversity into personal growth. Consider Marcus Aurelius, who said, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." This means that instead of reacting with bitterness, we should respond with integrity and dignity. Think about it. How often do our complaints solve the issues at hand? Rarely. Instead, they can create a cycle of negativity that affects not only our mood, but also our relationships and overall well-being. When you focus on solutions, rather than the wrongs done to you, you transform potential toxicity into resilience. For instance, instead of stewing over a colleague's disrespectful comment, focus on maintaining your professionalism and addressing the issue constructively. This approach not only demonstrates your strength, but also sets a positive example for others. Engaging in gossip may feel gratifying in the short term, but it seldom brings long-term satisfaction or resolution. It often leads to further complications, misunderstandings, and damaged relationships. Reflecting on the words of Seneca, "He who complains is not harmed." This highlights that our perception and reaction hold more weight than the act of disrespect itself. By choosing not to complain, you maintain control over your emotional state and demonstrate inner strength. How can we effectively navigate disrespect while adhering to Stoic principles? Start by recognizing that not all disrespect warrants a reaction. Silence can be a powerful tool. It conveys that you are not easily rattled and that you maintain control over your emotions. This doesn't mean accepting disrespect passively, but rather choosing your battles wisely. When a response is necessary, approach it with calmness and clarity. Articulate your feelings without anger and seek resolution instead of retaliation. This practice requires patience and self-discipline, both of which are core tenets of Stoicism. Moreover, consider the long-term impact of your responses. Will engaging in gossip or complaints improve your situation? Most likely not. Instead, focus on actions that align with your values and promote a constructive outcome. For example, if a friend disrespects you, calmly discuss how their actions affected you and propose ways to move forward. This not only addresses the issue but also strengthens the relationship by fostering open communication. Epictetus also taught, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." This wisdom is particularly relevant when dealing with disrespect. Listening more than speaking allows us to understand the context and intentions behind the disrespect. It helps in formulating a measured and thoughtful response rather than a reactive one. By listening, we might uncover misunderstandings or deeper issues that can be addressed constructively. Reflect on your own experiences. Have there been times when refraining from gossip and complaints led to a better outcome? How did it feel to take the high road? Often, the satisfaction of maintaining your principles outweighs the temporary relief of venting. This reinforces the importance of Stoic teachings in handling everyday challenges. By embodying these principles, you not only improve your own well-being, but also inspire others to adopt a more thoughtful and resilient approach to life's difficulties. In essence, handling disrespect through the lens of Stoicism means prioritizing your inner peace over external validation. It involves a conscious effort to rise above petty grievances and focus on what truly matters, your growth and virtue. As you navigate through instances of disrespect, remember the words of Marcus Aurelius, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." By keeping your thoughts aligned with Stoic virtues, you ensure that your soul remains vibrant and untainted by negativity. To summarize, when you encounter disrespect, resist the urge to gossip or complain excessively. Pause and reflect on whether these actions contribute to your growth or merely propagate negativity. Choose to channel your energy into positive actions and learning opportunities. View each challenge as a chance to practice virtues like forgiveness and patience. Communicate with a focus on solutions rather than the wrongs done to you. By doing so, you turn potential toxicity into a testament of your resilience and transform adversity into a stepping stone for personal growth. How will you choose to respond to disrespect the next time it crosses your path? 10. Keeping emotional distance from those who mistreat you. One essential lesson is to keep an emotional distance from those who mistreat you. Insults and derogatory remarks reveal more about the speaker's character than about your worth. Their views are subjective, not a definitive measure of your value. Embracing Marcus Aurelius's wisdom, remember that you are in control of your reactions. When faced with disrespect, hold on to your faith in your principles and your self-worth. Your dignity and inner peace are sacred and should not be tarnished by another's negativity. Stand firm in your self-knowledge and let your spirit soar above the fray of unjust criticism. Expanding on this, it's vital to recognize that maintaining emotional distance is a form of self-respect. When you internalize insults, you give power to the words of others, allowing them to define your state of mind. Instead, by keeping a healthy detachment, you preserve your mental and emotional well-being. Seneca once said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." By not dwelling on negative remarks, you prevent unnecessary suffering and maintain your focus on what truly matters. To further illustrate, consider the story of Epictetus, who was born a slave, but rose to become one of the most influential Stoic philosophers. Despite the harsh treatment he endured, he never allowed his oppressors to break his spirit. He taught that while we cannot control others' actions, we can control our responses. This perspective empowers you to rise above disrespect and maintain your composure. In modern life, this might mean choosing not to engage with a rude colleague or ignoring an inflammatory comment online. By doing so, you conserve your energy for positive interactions and meaningful pursuits. Another key point is the power of perspective. Disrespect can only affect you if you allow it to. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." When you encounter disrespect, reframe the situation in your mind. View it as an opportunity to practice patience and resilience. This shift in perspective can transform a negative experience into a moment of personal growth. In today's fast-paced world, where we are constantly bombarded with opinions and judgments, maintaining a positive outlook is crucial for mental fortitude. Moreover, adopting a mindset of compassion can be incredibly liberating. Often, those who disrespect others are grappling with their own insecurities and struggles. By responding with empathy rather than anger, you not only maintain your composure, but also, potentially, defuse the situation. As Epictetus taught, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." Listening and understanding can transform conflict into dialogue, turning a potential source of stress into an opportunity for connection. In practical terms, setting boundaries is another crucial aspect of handling disrespect. Clear boundaries protect your peace and signal to others how you expect to be treated. This might mean calmly telling someone that their behavior is unacceptable, or choosing to distance yourself from toxic relationships. As you enforce these boundaries, remember the words of Epictetus. "No man is free who is not master of himself." Mastering yourself means prioritizing your well-being and surrounding yourself with respect and positivity. Handling disrespect with stoic grace is a powerful testament to your strength and character. By keeping emotional distance, maintaining perspective, showing compassion, and setting firm boundaries, you embody the essence of Stoic wisdom. As you navigate through life's inevitable challenges, let the words of Marcus Aurelius guide you. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. In doing so, you not only handle disrespect with dignity, but also inspire others to rise above the fray and live with unshakable confidence. 11. Upholding Stoic principles amidst disrespect. When encountering disrespect, it can feel like a storm challenging your core principles. Yet this is the very moment when your Stoic virtues should shine the brightest. As Marcus Aurelius wisely stated, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injustice." When someone disrespects you, the instinct to strike back with harsh words or actions can be overwhelming. However, these reactions only tarnish your true worth and compromise your integrity. Instead, stand firm in your essence, radiating kindness, understanding, and fairness, even if these virtues are not reciprocated. Imagine you're at work, and a colleague openly criticizes you in a meeting. Your immediate reaction might be to defend yourself aggressively or belittle them in return. But by doing so, you only lower yourself to their level. Instead, take a deep breath, respond with grace, and maintain your composure. This not only reflects your inner strength, but also sets a powerful example for others. Echoing Epictetus, embrace the philosophy, "Use me as you will, for I share your purpose and am one with your judgment." Trust in your higher purpose, and align your actions with your core values. Reflect on a time when someone's words or actions tested your patience. Did you respond in a way that made you proud? Or did you later regret your reaction? These moments are opportunities to refine your behavior and reinforce your commitment to your principles. Avoid letting superficial slights disturb your inner peace. Your steadfastness in wisdom and conscience will guide you through any conflict. Consider the story of Sarah, a team leader who often faced criticism from a colleague who envied her position. Instead of retaliating, Sarah maintained her professionalism and continued to lead with integrity. Over time, her calm and respectful demeanor not only earned her respect from other colleagues, but also led the envious colleague to reflect on his own behavior and eventually apologize. What would you do in Sarah's situation? How can you uphold your virtues when faced with disrespect? These questions are essential in cultivating a Stoic mindset. Your ability to remain composed and virtuous in the face of disrespect not only strengthens your character but also inspires those around you. In moments of conflict, rise above pettiness and anchor yourself in rational virtue. This approach not only helps you navigate the situation with dignity, but also demonstrates true strength and maturity. Remember, your actions are a reflection of your inner self. By staying true to your values, you become a beacon of wisdom and stability for others. Ultimately, the way you handle disrespect speaks volumes about your character. Upholding your Stoic virtues amidst adversity is not just about personal integrity. It's about embodying a higher standard that influences and elevates the community around you. So, the next time you face disrespect, ask yourself, are you reacting in a way that aligns with your highest principles? Your unwavering commitment to kindness, understanding, and fairness is the true measure of your strength and maturity. Embrace this path, and you will navigate any storm with grace and wisdom. 12. Handling disrespect with dignity and assertiveness. Picture a moment when you are met with disrespect. Your natural inclination might be to react defensively or with anger. However, consider this. What if you could transform such encounters into opportunities for growth and integrity? As Seneca wisely reminds us, a gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials. This friction, the moments of disrespect, can become the trials that refine your character. So, when faced with disrespect, cloak yourself in politeness and professionalism. This does not mean you accept or condone the behavior. Rather, it means you confront it with grace and strength. Confronting harmful behavior calmly and assertively sends a clear message that disrespectful words or actions are neither acceptable nor justified. Offer the opportunity for correction, assuming that the person might not have intended harm. This initial goodwill can often diffuse tension and open the door for constructive dialogue. Setting your boundaries with firmness and fairness is crucial here. You need to be clear about what behavior you will not tolerate and communicate this with confidence. Sometimes the situation might escalate despite your best efforts to remain calm and composed. In such cases, it's essential to withdraw, not because you are conceding defeat, but because you respect your own worth too much to remain in a hostile environment. By departing with your principles intact, you affirm the dignity of all parties involved. This act of self-respect is not just about protecting yourself. It's about upholding a standard of conduct that promotes respect and civility. Through courageous integrity and a commitment to the greater good, even the most challenging conflicts can be reshaped. By leading through example, you inspire others to rise above pettiness and embrace their better nature. This approach not only resolves the immediate issue but also sets a precedent for handling future conflicts. How do you feel when you respond to disrespect with dignity rather than anger? Does it change the way you perceive the situation and yourself? Let's delve deeper into why this approach works. When you maintain your composure in the face of disrespect, you are practicing emotional intelligence. You are aware of your emotions, you understand the impact of the situation, and you manage your response in a way that aligns with your values. This kind of self-control is empowering. It shifts the focus from the disrespectful behavior to your response, highlighting your strength and resilience. Moreover, this approach fosters a culture of respect. When others see you handling disrespect with dignity, they are more likely to follow suit. This ripple effect can transform the dynamics of your workplace, community, or any environment you are part of. It's about setting a standard that others can aspire to. Have you ever witnessed someone handle a difficult situation with such grace that it inspired you to do the same? Reflect on that moment and think about how you can be that inspiration for others. Seneca's wisdom also teaches us about the importance of trials in our personal growth. Just as friction polishes a gem, the challenges we face, including moments of disrespect, shape us into stronger individuals. Every time you navigate disrespect with dignity, you are not just maintaining your composure, you are refining your character. You are learning to separate your self-worth from others' opinions, and you are strengthening your ability to stay true to your principles under pressure. Think about how you can apply these principles in your daily life. The next time someone disrespects you, pause before reacting. Take a deep breath and consider your response. Can you address the behavior calmly and assertively? Can you set your boundaries without losing your temper? By doing so, you not only handle the situation more effectively, but also gain a deeper understanding of yourself and your values. Navigating disrespect with dignity and assertiveness is not just about managing conflicts. It's about personal growth and integrity. It's about setting a standard for how you want to be treated and how you will treat others. By embodying these principles, you contribute to a more respectful and civil world. As you go through your day, remember Seneca's words and see every challenge as an opportunity to polish your inner gem. How will you rise to the challenge and shine today? So next time you face disrespect, ask yourself, how can I respond in a way that reflects my values and promotes respect? How can I use this moment to grow and inspire others? By answering these questions, you will not only handle disrespect more effectively, but also become a beacon of dignity and integrity for those around you. Thank you for being part of today's video. Before we proceed, I want to thank you for your participation in our community. Feel free to share your thoughts or simply comment, "I am a newbie" if you're new, or "I am a Stoic" if you've been around. Your interaction is a great source of motivation for us. Let's continue this journey together. 13. Accepting that respect cannot be forced. In a world where respect often seems to be won by the loudest voice or the strongest arm, the ancient wisdom of Stoicism offers a profound counterpoint. It teaches us that true respect is not something to be demanded or forcibly taken, but rather something that naturally flows from our own self-respect and virtuous living. As the great Stoic philosopher Epictetus wisely said, "We cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them." When confronted with disrespect, it's a natural human reaction to either lash out in anger or retreat in submission, hoping to command respect through force or placation. However, as Epictetus reminds us, our power lies not in controlling the external world, but in mastering our internal responses. True respect cannot be demanded. It is freely given by others based on their perceptions and feelings, which are beyond our control. Therefore, instead of exerting futile efforts to force respect from others, focus on cultivating self-respect. Uphold your personal integrity and maintain your dignity regardless of others' actions. This calm rationality and steadfastness in your ethical principles need no external validation. Reflecting on Gandhi's wisdom, "I cannot teach you violence. I can only teach you not to bow your heads before anyone, even at the cost of your life." We see that true strength and respect come from within. By maintaining your composure and ethical conduct in the face of adversity, you honor your own courage and virtue, which naturally invites respect from others in its own time. Cherish this inner respect above all else, for it is the foundation upon which all external respect is built. This journey towards self-respect and inner strength is not just a philosophical ideal, but a practical guide for modern living. In our contemporary world, filled with challenges and constant demands for our attention and validation, remembering the Stoic principles can be a beacon of clarity. Every time you encounter disrespect, it is an opportunity to practice these teachings, reinforcing your inner resilience and reinforcing your commitment to virtuous living. Your response to disrespect is a reflection of your character. By choosing calmness and integrity, you set a powerful example for others and foster an environment where true respect can flourish. Let us embrace the wisdom of the Stoics, and in doing so transform how we handle disrespect, turning potential conflicts into moments of personal growth and strength. Incorporating these Stoic lessons into daily life, you begin to realize the profound impact of self-respect and dignity. This internal shift not only changes how you perceive disrespect, but also how others perceive and interact with you. As you embody these principles, you become a living testament to the power of Stoic wisdom, inspiring others to follow suit. Thus, the cycle of respect begins with you, radiating outward and creating a ripple effect in your community. Let us commit to this path, drawing strength from within and fostering a world where respect is not a demand, but a natural outflow of our virtuous lives. 14. Fostering positivity. When dealing with disrespect or mistreatment, it's easy to get bogged down by negativity and self-pity. But remember the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic, who said, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injustice." Instead of dwelling on the pain, transform it into gratitude. Reflect on your strengths, your contributions, the support network that values you, and your personal triumphs. Recognize the good in those who slight you. Their flaws may exist alongside unrecognized virtues. Embrace your inherent worth, independent of others' recognition. True inner peace is self-sourced and not dependent on external approval. In the face of disparagement, the light of self-appreciation. Carl Jung insightfully stated, "I am not what happened to me. I am what I choose to become." Your value isn't contingent on circumstances or how others treat you. Continue to radiate your worth, undiminished by others' perceptions. Like when you're at work and a colleague constantly undermines your efforts. It's tempting to let this behavior affect your self-esteem. However, by applying Stoic principles, you can rise above. Acknowledge your own achievements and the respect you earn from others, or understand that your colleague's behavior reflects their own issues, not your worth. Engage with them positively, focusing on their strengths rather than negativity. This not only helps you maintain your peace, but also may subtly influence their behavior over time. How often do we allow others' opinions to shape our self-view? What if we chose to see ourselves through the lens of our own achievements and values instead? Consider the story of Sarah, a dedicated teacher who faced constant criticism from a particular parent. Instead of letting it bring her down, she focused on the positive feedback from other parents, the progress her students made, and her passion for teaching. She chose to see the parents' criticisms as a reflection of their concerns, not a measure of her abilities. By doing so, she maintained her confidence and continued to inspire her students, proving that our reaction to disrespect defines our peace and self-worth. So, what can we learn from this? When faced with disrespect, cultivate positivity by reflecting on your strengths and achievements. Acknowledge the good in others even when they mistreat you. Embrace your inherent worth and that inner peace comes from within, not from others' approval. As Marcus Aurelius and Carl Jung remind us, our value and peace are self-determined. By focusing on gratitude and self-appreciation, we can handle disrespect with grace and maintain our inner peace. How will you choose to respond to negativity in your life? Will you let it define you, or will you rise above, and continue to shine. 15. Embracing a broad perspective on life's ups and downs. Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body, Seneca wisely observed. This profound insight invites us to view life's inevitable challenges as opportunities for growth and resilience. When faced with adversity or disrespect, reflect on the resilience you've demonstrated in overcoming past challenges. Each instance of disrespect or hardship you've conquered is a testament to your inner strength, often far greater than you realize. The present difficulties, no matter how intense, are temporary and will fade with time. Consider these moments not as setbacks, but as opportunities to practice and embody Stoic virtues such as understanding, resilience, and composure. Your reactions to adversity shape your character far more than the circumstances themselves. Reflect on the Stoic sages you admire and strive to emulate their fortitude. Imagine how trivial current disrespect will seem when viewed from the perspective of the future. While it is important to establish boundaries and pursue justice, do so with patience and foresight. Do not let fleeting conflicts distract you from your higher aspirations. Confront adversities with the wisdom of someone who has overcome much greater challenges. Think of Marcus Aurelius, who said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." How can you turn current obstacles into stepping stones for future success? When you experience disrespect, pause and breathe deeply. Recognize that this moment is a small part of a much larger journey. By keeping a broad perspective, you can maintain your inner peace and clarity. Epictetus reminded us, "It is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." How can you control your reaction to maintain your composure and strength? In these challenging times, remember that every difficulty is an opportunity to grow stronger. Consider the ways in which past hardships have prepared you for the present moment. Reflect on how these experiences have built your resilience. Can you see how each challenge has contributed to your development? Disrespect often reveals more about the person being disrespectful than about you. Maintain your dignity and remember, your worth is not defined by others' opinions. Seneca taught, "He who is brave is free." Your bravery in facing disrespect liberates you from the opinions of others. How can you use this understanding to reinforce your inner strength? As you navigate through life's oscillations, stay anchored in your values. Let them guide your actions and responses. Consider the example of Cato, who remained steadfast in his principles, even when faced with great adversity. How can you apply his steadfastness to your own life? When faced with disrespect, remind yourself of the larger context of your life. Think about your goals and the person you aspire to be. By keeping your eyes on the bigger picture, you can navigate these moments with grace and wisdom. Reflect on how this situation fits into your overall journey. How does it align with your long-term goals and values? Seek to understand the source of the disrespect. Often it stems from ignorance or fear. Respond with compassion and patience rather than anger. Marcus Aurelius said, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love." How can you cultivate gratitude and perspective even in difficult interactions? Your ability to handle disrespect with composure reflects your inner strength and wisdom. It is a testament to your character and growth. Remember the words of Epictetus, "No man is free who is not master of himself." How can you master your reactions to maintain your freedom and peace of mind? Life's oscillations are natural and inevitable. By embracing them with a Stoic mindset, you can transform challenges into opportunities for growth. Reflect on how each experience, whether pleasant or painful, contributes to your journey. How can you use each moment to build your resilience and wisdom? In the face of disrespect, keep your focus on what truly matters. Let your actions be guided by your principles, not by the actions of others. Remember the wisdom of the Stoics and let it inform your responses. How can you stay true to your values in every situation? As we draw this journey to a close, I invite you to carry the torch of Stoicism into the fabric of your everyday life. Let the lessons on handling disrespect not just be knowledge you've heard, but wisdom you live by. Reflect on which of these 15 Stoic teachings struck a chord with you and consider how you might implement them when faced with disdain or disregard. I encourage you to share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your insights could be the beacon that guides another on their path to Stoic serenity. Remember to like this video if it has brought you value and subscribe, along with the notification bell, to join our growing community of modern Stoics. Thank you for dedicating time to bettering yourself with the Stoic principles today. May you step forward from this moment with a heart fortified by wisdom and a spirit unshaken by the external. Until next time, walk the Stoic path with grace and fortitude.